Hello students, I welcome you all to the e-learning sessions of LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Myself Hardik Shah, and I am here to share my knowledge with you all in the subject of automobile engines. Fine. So we are starting a new session today on the SI and CI engine combustion. Okay, and our today's topic in this video is combustion chambers in SI and CI engines. Okay, and we will also discuss how to select the required combustion chamber for you. Okay, so I hope you will see this video till the end to completely understand this topic and gain your automobile skills in automobile engineering subject. Okay, so let's start our video. So in previous session we have seen that we required air swirling in CI engine combustion designs. Okay, or you can say in combustion chambers. Fine. So what is the requirement of this? So we need to produce an air swirling, or you can say turbulence in CI engine. Fine. So in this session we will discuss about the different types of combustion chambers, and we know that it can be classified as per these conditions in a swirling. Okay, so first type is open combustion chamber, second classification is pre-combustion chamber, third type is turbulent combustion chamber or indirect injection combustion chamber, and fourth one is special combustion chamber. Okay, so let's discuss one by one. So first one is open, or you can say direct injection combustion chamber. So in an open combustion chamber, the space between the piston and the cylinder head is open. That is, there is no restriction between them. Okay, therefore all the air is contained in a single space between the piston and the cylinder head. Okay, so the fuel is directly injected inside this space. That's why it is known as direct injection engine, or you can say DI engine. Okay, so to achieve better combustion, the swirl different types of cavities are formed in a piston crown and in cylinder head. Okay, so the various designs of open combustion chambers that can be, first one is the shallow depth, or you can say shallow depth combustion chamber. Second one is hemispherical cavity combustion chamber. It is for swirling requirement. Third one is cylindrical type chamber, and fourth one is truncated cone type combustion chamber. Okay, so in some of the cases the shape of the cylinder head provides a cavity to create a favorable condition for better mixing of fuel and air and for better burning. Okay, so now let's see all the features of open combustion chamber. So what are these features? So the first feature is less turbulence is generated in this type, so heat loss is very less and thus starting is very easier. Second one, excess air is required more. Okay, so engine size increases and thermal efficiency also increases. Third one, generally they are used for the large capacity engine and low speed engines. Okay, so what are the advantage of this open combustion chamber? So the thermal efficiency is very high because heat transfer losses are very less. Okay, second, the easier the starting because heat transfer losses are very less, so starting can be easier. Third one, it is very simple in construction. So in the case of slow speed engines, less costly fuels with longer delay can be used. Okay, so these are the advantages. Now what are the disadvantages? So the engine size becomes large for generating same power due to large excess air is required. Okay, second, due to less turbulence, high injection pressure is required with multiple hole nozzles. Okay, third one, maintenance cost is very higher. Okay, so let's discuss now the pre-combustion chamber. So a small additional chamber which is given over the head is called pre-combustion chamber. It is connected with the main combustion chamber. Okay, where the fuel is injected. So in this pre-combustion chamber, okay, so both of these chambers are connected with the small holes. Okay, as the fuel is injected, combustion starts at a pre-combustion chamber and the product of combustion rush out through that small hole to the main combustion chamber with very high velocity. Okay, thus it generates a good turbulence as well as the swirling condition, okay, which provides the bulk combustion in a main combustion chamber. Okay, about the 80% of energy is released in a main combustion chamber. So the first combustion starts at the pre-combustion chamber due to the high temperature of it, and it propagates to the main combustion chamber. Thus the delay period is reduced and poor grade fuel can also be easily burnt inside it. So what are the advantages of combustion chamber, or you can say pre-combustion chamber? The fuel with wide range of cetane numbers can be used. Second one, as the injection pressure is very low, the simple fuel nozzle can be used. Okay. Third one is smoother running of engines. Thereafter, engine can run at high speeds also. Thereafter, as delay period is a main combustion chamber is very small. Okay. The knocking tendency are very less. Also, the engine can run with high temperature compression ratio. Okay. So these are the advantages. Now, what is disadvantage of this pre-combustion chamber? Engine combustion design becomes very complicated due to this pre-chamber. Okay. Thereafter, heat loss from the pre-combustion chamber is very high. Turbulent combustion chamber or indirect combustion chamber, that is the next one. Okay. So let's discuss about the turbulent combustion. Now, these combustion chambers are similar as of the pre-combustion chamber. Okay. The difference is that in pre-combustion chamber, only 20 to 25% of total air enters, while in this type 80 to 90% of air circulate in a pre-combustion chamber. That is the only difference. Okay. So as high rate of swirl produces in a type, it is also known as swirl combustion chamber. Okay. So during the compression, or you can say during the compression stroke, most of the air from the main combustion chamber enters into pre-combustion chamber. Okay. Where the rate of swirling is very high. Okay. So fuel is injected in this pre-combustion chamber, and then the ignition and the bulk of combustion takes place there. Okay. So now let's see what are the advantages and disadvantages of this turbulent, or you can say indirect injection combustion chamber. So advantages are, due to high rate of swirling, comparatively rich mixture, okay, can be used, which makes engine compact or for more give output. Okay. So output will be high. Large range of certain number can be used. Injection pressure and the pattern of injection is not so important due to the easy swirling. Okay. Thus the simple nozzle can be used. Thereafter, smooth running and low maintenance of engine is required. Thereafter, the engine can be operated at high speeds because delay period is very small. Thus probability of knocking is very less. Okay. What are the disadvantages? So due to the large heat losses to the cylinder wall, fuel consumption increases very high. Okay. So it is having a high BSFC. Thereafter, low thermal efficiency due to heat losses. Okay. So these are the injection chamber. Next one is special combustion chambers. So for modern automobiles, special type of combustion chambers are designed by the different manufacturers. Okay. Some of them can be a M combustion chamber. So what is that in M combustion chamber? It is actually developed in Germany in 1954. Okay. So it is a special type of open combustion chamber having spherical cavity on the piston. Okay. In the piston head. So during compression stroke, the air is compressed and gets swirling due to the cavity in a piston. So the fuel is directly injected on the surface of this cavity in the direction of the air swirling. Okay. So as the cavity remains very hot, the fuel evaporates quickly and mixes with the swirling air, and the combustion takes place near the homogeneous mixture in CI engine. Okay. So what are the advantages of this combustion chamber? Large range of fuels can be used. So poor quality of the fuel which has lower certain number can also be used in this M type combustion chamber. Okay. Thereafter, better combustion and low exhaust emission because mixing is very far, or you can say very good. Okay. Thereafter, more power because of the high volumetric efficiency because swirling is inside the cavity. Okay. Thereafter, easy cold starting. So engine can be started without any complexes. Okay. Thereafter, no combustion noise. The noise is very less. Fine. Thereafter, low rate of pressure rise. Pressure suddenly doesn't rise and suddenly decreases. Okay. So no pressure rise is there sudden. Okay. Thereafter, disadvantages. So what are the disadvantages? Poor performance and the high emissions at very low loading condition. Okay. So this is the main disadvantages. Next is air cell combustion chamber. So what is this? The arrangement of the air cell combustion chamber used in a Lanova engine, and it is actually shown in this figure. Okay. You can see that it has extended part, or you can say it is a pre-combustion chamber, and there is major, or you can say main air cell, and there is a different one, there is minor air cell. So there are two, major and minor. Okay. So the fuel is injected across the main chamber into the neck of air cell, which is designed to run hot. So what is happening there? The combustion is initiated in the air cell, and due to the high pressure rise, what is happening? It flows back into the main chamber. Okay, so the main chamber combustion chamber is now designed in such a way that the gas stream from the air cell splits in a two vertices to create the high swirling conditions. Okay, so the high turbulence and the high temperature of the gases reduces the delay period, and what is happening after that, and it controls the rate of pressure rise, therefore the engine runs very smooth. So that is the main advantage of air cell Lenovo combustion chamber. So in this chamber the fuel is injected in a main chamber, while in other case into the pre-combustion chamber. Okay, so the combustion chamber, this combustion chamber is suitable only for the constant speed engines. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of this chamber? So let's see first advantages. So what are the advantages? So first one is cold starting of the engine is very easier, fine. Second one, due to the high rate of swirling, it gives better mixing of air and fuel, and it can be achieved, which improves the combustion inside the engine. Okay. Third one is exhaust emissions are very less. Okay. And last one, maximum pressure rise is very low, so engine runs very smoothly, fine. And what are the disadvantages? So low thermal efficiency is the first disadvantage. Second, higher fuel consumption, so it gives high BSFC in a engine. Okay, so that was the air cell Lenovo combustion chamber. So these are the main combustion chambers in CI engine that you need to study, and these are used generally in all the diesel engines. So that's it in today's session. If you have any query, you can write it in comment section, and also like this channel. So stay tuned and keep learning. Fine. Thank you.